People of Eridu, hear me. You who shop in the marketplace, listen. You who tend to the vines by the great river, stop your work. You who guard the flocks from wolves and lions, give heed. Mighty are the deeds of Gilgamesh, king of men. Strong is the arm of Enkidu, brother to the beast. Mysterious are the paths of Ea, god of wisdom. Bright the promises of Aya, goddess of the dawn. You who would know their story, listen. When the gods make war, the earth trembles. Stars fall from their fixed abodes and rain death upon the world. Glorious and fearful, Ishtar came among us, ancient and cunning. Napishtim made his path known to us. If we did not have Gilgamesh to watch over us, where should we be? If the arm of Echidnu was not raised in our defense, should we not fall? If the wisdom of Ea had not spoken in our ears, would we still live? If the brightness of Aya had not been granted us, how could we see? Listen then, and hear their tale, people of Eridu. You who dwell between the waters, give me ear. I am Abram, the storyteller. What I saw, I tell.
Shields failing. Damage at 65%.
Man, I think this is it for me.
You can't die yet. Focus on the readings. Damn it!
Shields dropping. Destruction of ship imminent. Escape pods ready.
Well, seems I'm to die. May as well do it on land.
Life pod prime.
Food. I need food. 33 numbers. At least it's something.
Pod launching.
Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh.
Oh, fool, shut up! Damn. Most strange. An idiot yelling on the hunt with no man in sight. At last, a heart crosses my path.
Gilgamesh.
Again?
This way, oh man.
What god is this? Am I punished for the lowly act of spying? Damn those Kish! Am I not Gilgamesh, mightiest of the sons of men? A pit? Has someone fallen? But how could they know that it was I passing by? O pit like the dark mountain of the gods. What smoke? What burning star?
Gilgamesh. Be not afraid.
I'm not afraid. No man calls Gilgamesh, king of men, afraid.
I am sorry, but I am no man. Come forward.
Well, O voice, why should I, king of men, come forward? I am king of this hill. I command you come to me.
But I cannot, O great king. As king, you have nothing to fear from a woman.
Voice, you make a point. Oh voice, what strange ziggurat! What creature of shining skin, of burning flame?
Come to me, Gilgamesh.
No, for I am not some fool to do the bidding of some strange being. What are you called, and where are you from?
I am called Ishtar.
Lies, for thou art not suited for love or battle, and the gods have almost limitless power. Thou should have been able to come to me.
My form is suited to many things, O King of Men. I came down from the heavens in mist, and called you here from Eridu to commune with me.
I followed a heart here, not your voice.
This dear?
An illusion?
Yes. Come to me, and you will not be disappointed. Come to me, Gilgamesh, strong in war and love.
I dare not.
The mighty hero is afraid of the embrace of a woman.
Not so. Many women have felt my embrace, but to be the paramour of a goddess is a risky thing. I have heard how Ishtar serves those she loves. They are consumed in tongues of flame, their strength taken in one embrace and left dead. It is not fear to turn you down, O Ishtar, but wisdom.
Obey me. I swear that if you do not, I shall crush you.
Nay, lady. If you cannot move to get me while I stand before you, then you shall not be able to get me when I am feasting.
You shall regret this. I shall come to you soon enough, and when I do, not one stone of Uruk will be left to tell the world where Gilgamesh was king. Damn this planet, that soul was stronger than anything in months.
Lord, is something amiss?
I have had a vision of the most perplexing kind. Still, that shall not disturb us. Kish won't wait on us forever. Onward!
Yes, Lord.
Professor, will we go back and get rain?
What was that, Ace? Yes, of course. Time permitting.
Hello, Doctor.
Oh no.
Who's that?
Me!
He looks nothing like you.
Because, Ace, he's me from another time, another life. Somehow I triggered a temporal projection to manifest at this moment.
Why isn't he saying anything?
I put him on pause. You're always so impatient, Ace.
I haven't got much time. I've been in the Matrix, but I'm sure you'll remember all that a few lifetimes ago. I've been losing information there. Beware the Timewyrm.
Timewyrm? What's a Timewyrm?
The Timewyrm. A future myth, something about the end of the world, something I'll have to deal with. A creature noted for its ability to... Leela?
Leela! Quickly! The Sun Torrents!
What was that about?
I have no idea.
Mighty Dumuzi, High Priest of Ishtar, I am to tell you that the King of Uruk, Gilgamesh the Mighty, is even now on his way to spy on the inhabitants of Kish from the south. There are only 5 men and his fighting companion, Enkidu.
So you say. But why come to me with this tale? Are you not sworn to obey your king?
I'm the bondsman of Enetum, and it is at his bidding I bring this message.
I see.
Why should this lord wish to see his king killed?
Gilgamesh is a mighty warrior. The nobles of that city would dearly love him dead, but none dare confront him in person.
You humans are such foolish creatures. I am tempted to allow Gilgamesh to come and go, but I too have a score to settle with Gilgamesh the Mighty.
You, lady?
Yes, I offered him the peace and power that I later offered you. Yet he spurned my embrace. But you, O loyal one, did not. Can we trust this man? Perhaps he means to trick us?
No, Lord! I swear it! I tell nothing but the truth!
You have no need to assure me. You will swear to Ishtar herself that you only bring the truth. Follow. Move on. Come and feel the touch of Ishtar herself.
My lord, I swear the truth!
Do not swear to him. Feel my touch and know my peace.
Oh, God!
Another sacrifice? It seems that your arrival in our city has not heralded the benevolent reign of the gods.
Have a care with that tongue of yours, Aga. I bear a lot of abuse from you as it suits me to be the king of this wretched city. I have it on good authority that Gilgamesh will be to the south of the town. Instruct your men to take him alive.
That will not be simple.
I want it done. He has a debt to pay, one that I shall take pleasure in extracting from him inch by inch. But why did you come here, aside from another of your complaints?
We need more copper if we are to continue the lining of the walls with the patterns you laid out.
I shall see the temple vaults are open for your artisans.
The artistic nature of my work demands a good deal of copper.
I do not believe you have a single ounce of love within you for any kind of art. The patterns are for some other purpose, are they not?
Yes, indeed. There is much more to my plan than art appreciation, O King.
What?
That you will discover when I choose to tell you. Simply ensure that my wishes are translated into stone and metal. Now go. I have much thinking to do.
Don't know. But the youth in the past knew.
It's not that simple, Ace. I was once linked to the Matrix, where I must have come across a bit of useful information that I had to warn my future self of. I just wish I remembered enough to make it worthwhile.
What's that noise?
A warning of imminent death and destruction. Now that makes no sense.
What?
The TARDIS seems to be perfectly alright. Could it be the Timewyrm? No, that's impossible. I'm guessing the TARDIS has changed our flight path to where the whole course of history is about to be changed.
How drastically?
Drastically as in... boom. No more history.
I have a very bad feeling about this.
Stop grumbling. We'll never get our work done if you keep complaining.
It's far too quiet for my liking. Almost as if our enemies are expecting us.
I could not get any musicians or storytellers to accompany us on a dangerous spying raid. Come on.
Look, we must be within Kish territory by now, but we haven't seen anyone. No guards, no patrols, not even a slave.
They finished early. It will be sunset in a couple of hours, and there are still lions in this area, and I do not wish to be sidetracked from this mission. A spring.
And welcome, I'm parched.
Do not move, Uruk scum.
I told you I had a bad feeling about this.
Now, we know the Timewyrm is somewhere in Earth's past, so Ace, you will have to be a barometer of sorts for us.
What do you mean by that, Professor?
You're from Earth's future, and if our business with Fenric has not changed history too much, we'll know if we've made a mistake if you vanish from reality. And don't call me Professor.
You're giving me the shivers.
I'm giving myself the shivers. The TARDIS seems to be coming into land. According to this, we are in 2700 BC, Mesopotamia.
is that important?
Crucial for human development. Follows several fixed points in time. A time where the first systems of writing and agriculture were being developed. People were hunters and warriors. And if this changes, the human race may lose what little intelligence they have developed by this point.
Is this what we've got to prevent?
I doubt it. I feel we may have to stop the extinction of the entire human race. Gilgamesh is to be taken alive, but the ape can be killed.
Ape? Come here and repeat that.
You're too touchy. Lugalbanda, I implore the intervention.
Retreat! The sky is breaking!
Ah, Ea, goddess of the dawn. I thank thee for intervention.
You what? My name's Ace, not Asa.
And I'm the doctor. I do hope we've not dropped in at an inconvenient time.
Where did you come from?
You fool, these are gods. I prayed for our battle, and Ea came to our aid. The weird one must be Shamash, though he hardly looks the part of a warrior.
I am no warrior. I'm a student, a scholar, and a man of learning. I believe you know me as Ea.
What are you on about? Oh.
God of wisdom and goddess of the dawn. Light and knowledge. Just what I needed.
Well, if you told us a little bit about your mission, we might be able to help you.
My companion in arms Enkidu and I were just off into Kish to check out the state of things. There have been stories of disturbing and strange happenings there of late.
Strange happenings?
Yes, as we happen to be experts in the realm of strange happenings. Perhaps Asa and I will pop into Kish with you for a little look, eh?
We shall of course be checking on your temple, Great Ea, for your honor.
There are temples in Kish, though I must admit that I'm not certain where your temple is.
Oh, that won't be necessary. Just show us anything out of the ordinary, though I do have a sneaking suspicion we may be finding some answers inside one of the temples in Kish.
Why is that, Professor?
Gods are of the highest order.
You've been to see her again, haven't you, Father?
Is it that obvious? Why must you read me so well?
Father, it is always obvious. You are so tense. I imagine that to be visited by God would be a blessing, but for you it seems to be a curse.
Mortals must endure whatever the gods give us.
Father, this is not endurance. It is suffering. It is not only you. I used to enjoy visiting the Temple of Ishtar, but now it's become a field of unburied corpses.
Inari, please. It is not wise to talk about a goddess in such a crude manner.
I am not afraid of Ishtar.
Daughter, you are young and foolish. Fear would be wise. She could kill you all. There are things worse than death. The gods know them all. Stay away from the woman's temple and do not criticize her divinity.
You speak as if you are to be betrayed. None here would willingly do so, Father.
Gods have a way to possess a mortal and make them unknown spies. While Ishtar is with us, and if we follow her wishes, we will have security and peace.
You call this peace? It is not right for you, or any subject shall live in this fear. I shall take a spear and kill the so-called goddess or die trying.
You will not! Or shall I have you arrested for treason?
Of course not, Father. Forgive me, please.
Of course. But you are not to go into the Temple of Ishtar for any reason.
Of course, Father. But if she should send for me?
No, not even then. I am tired and hungry. Leave me.
Yes, Father. Puabi?
Yes, mistress?
Do you know any of the sacred harpies?
Ishtar's harpies? One or two, though not well. One of my nieces works in the temple. Bright girl. Angula is her name. And I hear she's just the girl to talk to about those other matters that you're not yet interested in from all accounts, among other things.
I would like to see her today.
Yes, I shall arrange it. She is good with knowing when and what to open and close.
That is not why I would wish to see her.
I don't know what the world's coming to today. When I was in my prime, you could tell by looking.
Ah.
We shall use these cloaks.
What is that?
Oh, this? A disguise.
A what?
A disguise for all the rage this year. Where this one will be able to get into Kish under the pretense of merchants.
I will not hide myself behind the rags of a peasant tradesman. The king of Uruk does not play charades.
Yes, of course.
These guards were waiting for you, Gilgamesh. It's obvious they're expecting you in the city.
Let them. I could use the exercise.
Listen to Ea. The god of wisdom clearly has a plan. You know what'll happen when you arrive at the city gates? The guards will take one look and say, "Who could this be? Such mighty muscles, such a fighting stance. This must be Gilgamesh, king of men."
There is truth in what you say, but to wear these rags offend my dignity.
Sire, all good spies wear disguises. So mark their cunning and skill. James Bond, John Steed, Mickey Mouse, they're all doing it.
If the great god Shamash does so, I will also wear this disguise.
Great. I bet you'll look better than Mickey Mouse.
Well, time to be off. Remember, let me do the talking.
It'll be impossible to stop you.
I'm sorry if my appearance offends you, Lady Elsa.
It doesn't worry me. I was just thinking of a mate of mine you remind me of.
You took one of my kind as a lover once in the past?
No, I mean mate as a friend. It's sort of an affectionate term.
Pardon my ignorance of the heavenly languages, but I am so used to being seen as repulsive.
Compared to some people I've met, you're positively gorgeous. But that Gilgamesh is a right royal pain in the arse. How'd you put up with him?
He is my master, and I am bound by honor to do whatever he wishes. He is a trifle overbearing at times, but he is a good king. He makes Uruk strong, even if he's a little rough.
When you've quite finished socializing, Asa, take a look at those. Could be a problem getting in.
Why are there copper strips all over the place?
It's not the copper strips. It's the fact that it is non-corrosive copper strips.
This could be what we're looking for.
Escaped?
There was, we almost had Gilgamesh, but, something happened.
What happened is that you were incompetent fools, and you failed me.
No, there was some kind of divine intervention that saved him.
Then you had better pray for some divine intervention of your own.
I swear it! Mercy!
My priest. He was a poor choice for the mission. Perhaps Aga deliberately chose him, knowing that he would fail, and thus anger me?
I doubt it. Would he risk angering you with your threat against his daughter so fresh in his mind?
True. But then why was Gilgamesh not captured?
You do not believe that there may have been some deity that intervened on his behalf?
Superstitious nonsense. You and I both know better than to believe in gods. Don't you think that another like myself might be here, Dimunzi? I see in the dim closets of your mind that you pray that someone might come to free you from me. How delightful! Despite my restraints, there is still a portion of your brain where you possess a touch of When it suits me, I shall seek it out and devour it. It pleases me to enlighten you, my priest. I am not a goddess. I was once as human as you. But then I discovered the potential of cybernetics, and now I am no longer prey to the ills and sorrows of the flesh, nor am I limited by the shackles of one form or one mind. I was born on a world that lies half a universe from this tiny planet. And I became its queen, its goddess. But there were some that refused my touch, and I had to flee. I am not one to leave enemies in my wake. When I fled, I left behind husk of a world. If you wish to pray, Demuzi, then pray that nothing angers me. If it does, I shall destroy the human race, and then the miserable planet you call home.
My niece.
My princess.
Rise. Are you not curious as to why I wanted to speak with you?
Your maidservants seem to think that you were interested in my knowledge, Highness.
My maidservant had better mind her own business, then. And while she is about it, she can fetch us a little wine while she's at it. How old are you, child?
13.
And how long have you been in service of Ishtar?
Since I was 7, but I became one of the priestesses only a year ago. Until then, I helped to clean and take care of the other priestesses.
You must have seen a lot of life.
I should think that you see as much as I, Princess.
You do not like your life?
I am an orphan and have been given a good home.
But?
Your wine.
Thank you, Puabi. That is all.
What, am I to fetch my niece and not learn why?
Yes. Now go. If you know your aunt, then you should know of her outstanding capability for carrying gossip. I would like none of that to be about me. Now I have brought you here to see if you can tell me what you know about Ishtar.
You require religious instruction? My lady, I do not think that it would be fitting for you to serve in the beds of the temple.
I am not interested in becoming one of Ishtar's priestesses. I want to know about the goddess herself. I know what my father has told me, that the goddess has granted us a visit. I do not understand why the thought should terrify him so. I want to know why. Can you help me?
My lady, this may cause offense, but may I ask a favor of you?
Speak.
May I touch your skin for a moment?
If you must.
I am sorry, my lady. I had to be certain that you had not been touched. When the goddess came among us, she was weak. Demuzi told us she had been on a long journey to the underworld and needed rest and needed to be alone. We carried on, but suddenly some of our older priestesses vanished, and a few of the others changed. If anyone spoke in those changed women's presence, they would also vanish. Finally, curiosity got the better of me. It's a curse I suffer from.
The both of us.
One evening I heard noises coming from behind the altar, and I went to see what the noise was. I wish I hadn't. The goddess was there, but seemed to be dead. She stood in a sarcophagus, head covered by some metal hood. Suddenly she opened her eyes and walked away.
It sounds terrifying.
It was only just the beginning. She was with me on the balcony. I couldn't see her, but I felt her hunting me.
What happened?
Demuzi and one of the guards entered the room and brought 2 priestesses to receive the touch of Ishtar. Ishtar did not cover herself, and she then began to change.
Change? How?
I think the gods look like us because we would shun them if they didn't. Ishtar is not like us. She is a living statue with the body of a serpent. She slithered towards the priestesses, and when I saw them the next day, they were different. I'm sorry, my lady, but it was terrible to see.
It is almost as terrible to hear about it, Ngula. Now you do not have to keep it all to yourself. Let us be friends.
As you wish, Princess.
Good. Now I wish to destroy the goddess before she destroys all of us.
Lady, it is not possible.
It must be. We must find a way.
I will do all that I can.
Excellently spoken.
Kish and Uruk have been the biggest 2 powers for as long as can be recalled. Gilgamesh may think that Kish's day is done, but the king of Kish, Aga, is not a fool, and he has built wealth.
I gather you don't agree.
Who am I to agree or not? I have no real voice in council, and I'm only allowed to hang around because Gilgamesh likes me. None of the nobles will listen to my ideas.
I would, trust me.
Of course I trust you. You are the goddess Asa.
Right. The gentleman has allowed us 1 room. Now, you 3 stay here and talk to the locals while I take a peek at the local temple.
Professor, don't do this. Not with him.
Ace, I wouldn't, but Gilgamesh is vital. I really need you to stick with him and make certain he is safe. He's destined to do great things in his lifetime. Just keep the drinks flowing and your ears open.
Well, this is going to be a long evening.
Good evening. I do hope I've not called at an inconvenient hour.
I'm sorry, you startled me.
I'm so sorry. Just take a deep breath and let it out slowly. It'll help.
Please tell me what I may do to help you.
Actually, I just popped in on the off chance the goddess might be in. Or if she's busy, I'd be happy to talk with the high priestess or priest.
Oh, you wish to see the goddess?
If I have come at an inconvenient time, I could call back, or should I make an appointment?
I do not really know. It's not always safe to speak with her.
You mean that I might be able to talk with her?
If you are sure that this is what you really want.
I'm not really sure of anything. Usually when I call on deities, they aren't home and I'm fobbed off with a high priest.
You may be able to speak with Ishtar, stranger.
Splendid.
Is there a problem? The priestesses are not usually required to perform their functions this late in the day.
Actually, I just dropped in for a chat with the goddess.
Indeed. And why do you wish to see Ishtar?
Because there's something wrong in the city. It's mostly a whiff I get. Evil. Pure evil. And this city is filled with it.
And what exactly do you propose to do?
Isolate it and destroy it. I like things to be tidied up and smelling pretty like this young lady.
You may go now, Ngula. I will conduct this stranger to the goddess myself.
As you command, Lord. I hope you find what you seek, stranger.
So do I.
Have I ever told you, Enkidu, that the goddess Ishtar herself tried to entice me into her bed just a few weeks ago? Despite her plea, I turned her down. Not that it wouldn't be good enough, but you know what happens to mortals who sleep with gods.
No, I don't. Neither do you if you're truthful.
Truthful? I'm always truthful. Ishtar herself tried to seduce me. Do you have a problem, or were you dropped on that face at birth?
Friend, I've heard that when Ishtar wants a man, she takes him. She's done enough of it at the temple.
It won't be Ishtar who takes you.